It is, today has been a mixed bag of good and bad news. First of all, the SRI, the Search and Rescue International Group, and the AVR Academy, sponsored by 511, the store, and several members of out of League City, Texas, and several members of the USCCA members, United Conceal Association members. They have 858,000 members. They have come through in providing resources for 9 particular missing individual people in the United States. The first one that we're going to be featuring is a young lady, Gracie Ketchman, and she's missing out of Washington. The next individual is Devin Malona. He's Native American, and he is missing out of Washington State. Patricia Clifton is missing out of Georgia. Zachariah Easter, he is missing out of Richmond County, Georgia. George Ingerbirds, he's 52. He's missing out of California. Ebert Irwin, 11. He's missing out of California. 2 individuals, they are endangered. They're missing out of Florida. Zymelia Lemon and Natara Brisky. Then you have 1 Tyos, last seen in Texas. And the last person we're going to sponsor is Sebastian Rain Drake Rogers. So, as you can see on the emblem here, the Academy, the ABR Academy, is sponsored by the 511 store. And what actually happened this evening after our class that we had, Michael, who is a specialist at the trafficking individuals, he's been doing this for Michael has been doing this for 46 years. He volunteered his time. 5 independent 511 stores, Monterey, Seaside, California, Arizona. Independent franchise. That means that they're owned independently. They're not part of corporate. They are going to sponsor these 9 individuals up there on the door. They're going to sponsor the Search and Rescue Grid. And the SRI, the Search and Rescue International Group, has kicked in funds so that we can look internationally, and with Michael being on the team, with him being a USCCA member, his experience overseas is overwhelming. So I told you about 5 months ago that we were working on a project. So now we have the 511, the 5 independent franchise. We have First Edition Bookstore. We have the USCCA. And we have the ABR Academy from the 511 stores. And we also have the Search and Rescue International team. All these individuals are coming together to focus on these 9 individuals for the next 6 months. And we are going to be looking internationally for these individuals. Michael has worked with the trafficking area for about 46 years. And he's a retired federal individual from the state of California. And the SRI individuals are international agents, and their focus is on waterways. Last year, when I was in Portugal, there was a video made with the police officers over there, and we actually went to the waterway docks as they were drained. I can look for that video and put it up again this week. So the good news is we have inherited more independent franchises to help us, so that families who, just like this young lady from Willing, West Virginia is a very poor state, and her family doesn't have a lot of money to buy the equipment or to do any type of search. And so these sponsors, I'm just so happy 511 independent franchise from Arizona, Monterey, Washington State, Seaside, California, Texas. The course that we were at tonight was in Texas. I'm just so happy that all these team members came together. And I've been working on this for 6 months, and we had to get approval. And Michael, who travels a lot overseas, and the other team members, we'll be traveling in the fall, and we're going to go back to the waterways. And we're making a special trip over to Mexico. So that we had to wait to get the approval. We had to wait for after the class tonight. I haven't uploaded that video, but I am going to upload it because it's a safety travel video. So if you're traveling this summer, that's what we went to. So I'm just so happy, that we have so many members now. And it's all volunteer. It's all independent. And a special thank you to Tim out of League City, Texas. You and John Walsh have done so much for the serial murders here in Texas, like the Killing Fields, the Lady Lake murders. And we have to understand that trafficking nowadays, when they put anyone, it doesn't matter your age, you can be trafficked. You can be trafficked for domestic, you can be my age and become a domestic worker. They sell you for everything. And the sad thing is, a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of people are trafficked for their organs. Organs is a big thing right now. They will pick you up. You can be at Camden Park. It's an amusement park in Huntington, West Virginia. You can be there. They could pick your ass up, hit 65 real quick, and you're gone. And they'll traffic you just for, let's say you're 10 years old. They just want your organs, and they'll sell them. So the good emphasis is that families who do not have large supporters or who do not have a lot of funding, the volunteers stepped up. I'm sorry it took us so long, but we have so many people and that we're trying to help with different things, because missing individuals is not all that we do. But I'm very proud of 511. Those 5 particular stores, I'm very proud of Arizona and California and Washington State, and especially some areas here in Texas. They stepped up, they volunteered their time, their money, and more than that, their expertise in the field that they are in. So, that's happy news. That's good news. And I really want to thank our retired Army Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, and Marine Corps. Your members have helped us out immensely. The active duty young people, the active duty members who are riding with some of the teams here in the Midwest, in the West, and that are taking these flyers and that are doing the rides across the country. I thank you for that. Um, so that is good news. I think this is just wonderful news that all these groups have come together, and I really do appreciate Tim out of League City because he has worked with groups with the killing fields when his daughter went missing, and to have someone like that step up and say, hey, our group will help you too. I mean, it's wonderful. So, but I am proud to say that West Virginia children are not forgotten because Appalachian people are special. They're very special. Appalachian people are, the Mountaineers or something else. And we're going to try to get another round. This time we can only do 9 individuals with this particular project. And we have another project that I'm going to be attending in the latter part of August. And Summer Wells will be part of that project. Summer Wells and a lot of people from the 411 route, 411, up near that particular group is from New York. And we'll be working on getting some more funding for the grid search and some K9 units from Mexico City. So when you're working with these type of individuals internationally and they're coming to different places, then, there's a lot of paperwork. So, but anyway, I just wanted to share that good news with you. As for the other things that are going on, we got some bad news concerning some, just, law stuff. We received bad news concerning some law information today. It was good and bad, but not to worry. It'll all turn around. But I just want you guys to be aware, it's not just sex trafficking that goes on. There's domestic trafficking, organ trafficking, and it's everywhere. You could be staying at the Hilton or the Hyatt or the Ritz over there in Florida, and they pick you up everywhere. They pick up anyone. And it's just very important that we keep our eyes open, that we get these flyers out there, that if someone is willing to get out there and sponsor anyone, I don't care who they are. If someone is out there doing whatever they can, then it's very important that we give out these names, give out the flyers, protect the family members as much as possible. Because some parents, especially grandparents who've had custody of some of these kids, they don't want the media attention. They keep it away from the media, and when we take on their cases, you have to be private. We're not going to go out here and state the guardians' names or any of that, because they want it private. They don't want to be harassed, defamed, threatened, and you know what? That's the best thing. That's the best thing to protect the families. But I just thank everyone for your support, because adults and children who are missing are very important. And like someone was talking last night on a live, not everyone gets a reward like some people do. And the more publicity, I'm not going to say the more publicity you get, the higher the reward. But in my experience, Every person, whether they have a reward or not, they're important. Every missing person is important. They're a living human being. And everyone should be showcased, no matter who they are. But that is what I believe in. And if you were missing, I would believe the same thing about you. Because you would have to be very understanding with knowing if your child was from West Virginia and they were getting no publicity, then all the publicity of a life is important. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.